Good morning, everybody. It is Ariston, CM, author and entrepreneur. I just wanted to do a morning recap of my water prayers for life. Today, we talked about confirmation, and the scripture that we used was Judges 6:39. I talked about the story of Gideon and how God designated Gideon to lead the Israelites out of the situation that they were in because of their disobedience. And Gideon was afraid because he did not feel like he had the necessary tools to do as God has told him to do. So Gideon asked God for confirmation, and he asked for it in the form of a fleece. He said, Lord, if this is what you've truly chosen me to do and you want me to do, then when I get up the next morning, make this fleece filled with dew, but the ground around it dry. So when Gideon got up the next morning, the fleece was full of dew, and he was able to wring it out, a bowl full of water, the scripture says, and the ground around it was dry. So Gideon at that was still not quite satisfied. And he said, Lord, if I may ask one more time, can I just get a confirmation just so that I'll know? And so God, the next day, Gideon said, Lord, I would like the fleece to be completely dry, but the ground to be filled with dew. So when he got up the next morning, the fleece was completely dry and the ground was filled with dew. And so Gideon needed that confirmation, and there's nothing wrong with getting that confirmation from God because it's going to help us to see that we are on the right track. So we discussed the importance of confirmation because we want God's plans versus ours. When we plan things in and of ourselves, they often may fail because that's not necessarily what God wanted to do. As I looked at all of the different New Year's resolutions and all the plans that had been made yesterday, I couldn't help but to wonder how many of those things were led by God. And so I just want everyone to be able to receive the things that God has for them and not fail. And so while we're planning, we do have to plan, but just put those things before God and make sure that that's what He wants us to do. Second, all things that are good doesn't necessarily come from God. There are a lot of different good things that we can do, but that does not necessarily mean that they come from God. So that's why we want to place our plans before Him to see if that's what He wants. And sometimes it is, but maybe He wants to just change it just a little bit or tweak it or add a second person or just add another component to that dream. So whatever it is today, just place it before Him. Third, confirmation helps us from not being upset with God. When we get that confirmation, when we put those plans before God, it's going to give us the confirmation that we need. When we step in front of God, we are out in the open. We are unprotected. So then when our plans fail, we want to blame God. We want to say, why, God? Why would you allow this to happen? Well, it wasn't God. It was you. And the fact that you didn't consult with Him before you planned all these things. So that's why confirmation is so important. So guys, make sure that you get that confirmation on the plans that you have. If you don't have any plans, ask God to give you some. He will. And I just pray that your journey be blessed and filled with blessings and goodness that can only come from God. So that's my prayer for you today. Don't forget to get my prayer journal. It's free. It's a downloadable, printable prayer journal. It's on my website, www.loveariston.com. I know it will absolutely be a blessing to you. It's just a beautiful way to just pray, track God's movement in your life. So visit my website. All you have to do is sign up for my email list, and you'll be able to get it. My water prayer for today, it was confirmation. Hopefully you all can see it. It may be backwards. I hope it's not backwards on your screen. But it was confirmation. And the scripture again was Judges 6:39. Gideon said to God, do not be angry with me. Let me make just one more request. So please, guys, make sure that you are consulting with God before you are getting too far in your plans. Be blessed. Join me tomorrow for a community prayer. I will be on Facebook Live starting at 7 a.m. As you tune in, I will just begin to pray. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.